behind us, and I looked, and looking led to more problems, and led to a name that terrified people at the next mayoral debate. Which initially I was just like, it's a name. What's that matter? Um, but I don't know how much you know about the gangs in this city. Who's
Uh,
considered a little bit crazy versus those who make plans in a little bit more rational decisions.
I've had my first year of interactions. Just to give you some context, mate, I spent 12 months working in Frank's a long time ago when it was owned by Cyprus and Mr. Lang. So
Okay.
although I was never part of that group, a lot of people assume I
Mm-hmm.
was. I was never part of it. By being there, I suffered the consequences of a lot of their interactions with other gangs. Let's just say.
What do you know about Chaos Legion?
A little bit. I know who they
Okay.
are in terms of like
Yeah.
what they were and stuff. And they're up in a sandy area, right?
Yeah. They're up in Sandy, and they're a little bit more considered the crazier, they will fuck around to find out type of a group. And I've befriended a couple of them and was watching the debate with them. And Edgar went and said the name, or someone went and said a name. Edgar, as well as four other groups, including Chaos Legion, all screamed, "We need to leave now! Everyone leave!" Right afterwards.
What was the name?
Well, first off, I need your phone, or less of your phone. Come over here. So you just set them down. Let's just set them down here. Mine will be on the left side. I've noticed that phones can be still hacked, even if they don't seem like it. So the name is Faceless. The Faceless.
Hmm. I've heard that name a couple of times today.
Yeah, well, their name was spoken and everyone ran away.
Very
They
interesting.
said that is not a group to fuck with. That is a group that you fuck around and you end up in a body bag. And that these companies are the ones that might be the ones that are tied to them. That was kind of the insinuation Mr. Del Castillo made.
Hmm. So I was trying to figure out earlier. So one of the packs I was reading,
Mm-hmm.
there was a crest. It had a bunch of logos on it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one which I haven't seen on any of the billboards, but there was one name that
So
was consistently mentioned in the packs. It was the owl.
yep. I've learned that the owl is the Faceless.
Okay, that makes the packs make so much more sense.
The things you're talking about is someone who is apparently going against them. They're trying to gouge the eyes out of the Faceless. Make them so they can't see into Los Santos anymore, is my guess. Don't know who it is, but they broke into my car to give me a book that they wrote before they started this project.
So, hmm, so the poster that was calling out a bunch of phone numbers. I know some of
Mm-hmm.
them belong to the mayors,
Yep.
people in government.
Mm-hmm.
So is that then, because every single one of them has had their eyes crossed out, does that mean that whoever that person is implying that Faceless are the government?
I think they're implying that the Faceless owns the government, or at least the people in it.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I mean, it's not that surprising. People in power want to stay in power, and they're going to do whatever needs to happen to do so.
What is all the stuff you've learned?
Hmm.
What is the importance of the Jetsam docks?
I don't know. I haven't been able to find out what was in the Jetsam docks. The police have raided it twice now. The second time to a very bad degree, as something exploded there. But I've checked out the Jetsam docks, I think, 3 different times, and I've seen nothing.
That was going to be my next one, because the reports I've read, one of them said July 11th, and the other one didn't say a date. Were they 2 separate occasions? I think you've just
They were
entered it.
2 separate occasions. I would like
Okay.
to know when the second one was, because if they're like 1 or 2 weeks apart, then we need to go the day before the 2 weeks happens. That was my intent.
Were they exactly 2 weeks apart, were they?
I don't know, but that's my guess. My guess is there was some number of days apart. And however many days you go in 2 days, start going 2 days before, and you see what changes. And you go the day before, see what's changed. If nothing's changed, you still keep visiting, but you just. The problem is those are taken by a camera, which means there's at least one at the docks overlooking it. That means there might be more than one group's paying attention, because whoever did that posted it in a lot of different places.
Yeah. And just by the fact that there's someone going around making those packs suggests there's another group of people, like you say.
And unfortunately, we don't know what their goals are. Because unfortunately, I've been a part of too many objects where you have what looks to be an opposition group that's run by the actual group itself.
I'll tell you now, Aaron, this is a lot to take in, mate.
Yeah. It's going to be.
I was about to say, I get the impression that I'm about to go down what you might call a rabbit hole.
Oh, you might not be getting the choice. You might be kicked down it.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is,